give you a cost estimate of what it costs to feed a dog a raw diet. I'm going to use an example of my recent trip to my local Walmart. So just bear in mind a few things. This is just an estimate. This is not necessarily everything that I would be feeding my dogs. I do have some organic items. I don't think anything was on sale except maybe this guy right here. But anyway, just trying to give you an estimate, an idea of what it might cost you to feed your dog a raw diet in a similar way that I feed mine. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so this estimate is going to be for a 50-pound dog. And just to note that this is going to be for a full-grown 50-pound dog, not for a puppy that is still growing. And so let's assume that we're going to feed this dog 5% of its body weight on plant days. So that comes out to 2.5 pounds. And then 3% on meat days. So that's 1.5 pounds. So if we are feeding this dog 3 plant days and 4 meat days per week, that comes out to 7.5 pounds of plants and 6 pounds of meat per week. So the total Walmart bill for this stuff I showed you earlier was $68.24. I weighed everything out, and the plants came out to around 27.5 pounds, and the meat was about 3.8 pounds. So we can assume that we're going to lose a little bit of plant matter with cleaning it and trimming it, probably not too much. So let's just say we lose that 0.56 pounds. So that'll leave us with 27 pounds of plants. And so the plants cost $53.75 out of the total $68.24 bill. And so if we're just feeding 3 days of plants for this 50-pound dog, 7.5 pounds of plants per week, this gives us 3.6 weeks of plants out of this 27 pounds. 1 week came out to cost $14.93. Okay, let's do the same for meat. We can assume we're going to lose maybe that 0.8 pounds, maybe a little extra with trimming off the extra fat and skin. So that leaves us with 3 pounds of meat from this Walmart trip, this $68.24. So that's only half a week of meat for this 50-pound dog, being fed 4 meat days a week. So that cost $14.49, multiply that by 2, and we get $28.98 for a week of meat. So then we can do a week total with the plants costing $14.93 and the meat costing $28.98, comes out to $43.91, and a month total would be $175.64. So this is no fasting days, in my opinion. It's kind of a high rotation of meat. Also, if you don't buy organic, it might be a little less, depending on what you're buying. Some of these items are definitely not in season, so that'll make a difference. If you're feeding any kind of additional supplements or vitamins or minerals or anything, that's going to have an effect on the price as well. But there you have it, just a little estimate of what it might cost to feed your dog a raw diet.